Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Making a Saber with me. Now, in this episode, of course, I said last episode that the next one would be about smoothing things out, but I did take a closer look and I noticed that this upper area is is just the right amount of thickness that I need it to be. But down here, it's just a bit too thick. So I realized I'm probably going to want to spread that out a little bit more. So mostly this video will start out with me trying to increase the thin little parts down here on the lower part of the saber, and then we'll finally get to the part of smoothing it. Also, I hope the audio this time will be a bit better. I changed the attachments on the mic, so I just hope it doesn't have any of that warbling with the audio. If so, we're just gonna have to make do. I'll try and edit it out the best I can. All right, let's get started. 3, 2, 1. While that starts to heat up, we'll go ahead and clean off our area. Don't forget to get your ventilation going. That way the heat escapes off to somewhere and doesn't trap you, making you really hot and sweaty. most frustrating thing about forging the Saber is the way it's curved. It's just annoying to try and get it in there without it cutting up the insulation. Good thing about this kind of metal is that it's so thin it doesn't have to take forever to heat up. It gets done in like about a minute or under, depending on how high your forge can go up to. With beginner forges like this, it goes up to like 2100 degrees, which is crazy actually. I've seen some of them that is going to go up that high. Crazy thing is, you can get this thing off of Amazon for I think like 30 to 40 bucks. So it's not super expensive if you're trying to start. The most expensive part was definitely the propane. When I was getting it, I didn't have my own propane container. So I was calling the hardware store about how much it would cost, okay? And so I was talking to them. I asked, how much would it be to just buy a container? They were like, oh, that'd be like 20 bucks. How much would it cost me to fill it up if I have an empty container? Oh, that'd be 20 bucks. How much would it cost to buy a new one and get it filled up? Oh, that'll be $70. Biggest scam ever. Make sure you have like a spare one lying around. Other than that, yeah, you're kind of out of luck there. Or you could actually just ask any family or friends if they've got one lying around that they don't need. By the way, when if you do set up something like this, it might be a little bit confusing with the pressure. Okay, watch. I'm increasing the pressure. I can feel the heat. It's insane. Now I'm decreasing the pressure. It focuses it. So the more you decrease it, of course, like the less of the propane that you're going to end up using. But the more you increase the pressure, the hotter the metal will get, and the more focused the blast will be. It'll still, of course, spread out because you're like letting in a lot of propane. Don't be afraid to straighten it out every now and again. You're going to have to do that eventually once you start reaching your final product. Right now it's actually pretty straight. It's definitely not going to stay that way. I don't know how well you can tell, but there's a difference between the thickness down here and up here. It's a lot thinner up here, a lot thicker here. Thickness matters a lot. On that. There we go. Thickness matters because you got to know how much you're going to end up grinding off if you plan on sharpening the thing. If you need to sharpen the thing. And with this, of course, we're obviously going to get it all finished before we sharpen it. Once we get the moving done, we're going to start smoothing, obviously. And once it's all nice and smoothed out, we're going to turn off the forge. That way we don't waste any propane because we ain't got nothing in there. We're going to take a wire brush and we're going to just like bring it all over the thing, try and clear off as much scale as possible. Not this kind of wire brush. I mean, this one would work fine if you don't have any. I'm not sure if I have any of the attachments with me right now. Let me check. I mean, steel wool wouldn't hurt. Could work. Yeah, no, I think the attachments are in the other part of the garage. But it helps clear it up, make it a little bit nicer. Gotta watch out for that hose. I don't have really any other place to put it, so it's kind of gonna have to stick right there. But I gotta keep an eye on it. That way it don't blow up. I think the next video I make, I'm gonna do no commentary. It's just gonna be like one of those study videos, you know those? Just play music, special background while you're studying, and it's nice and calming. We'll do something kind of like that. I'll like turn down the volume of hammering away at the metal and the forge, and then I'll add a little bit of music to it. If you want that kind of video, go ahead, comment down below. Tell me what kind of music you would like over it. That reminds me, actually. Don't forget to subscribe, like, click the bell, and share with your friends, please. It helps a lot. It's looking a lot thinner. I probably shouldn't put this blazing hot piece of metal towards my face like that. Just a little bit more thinning it out. Then we can finally get on to that thing that I've been talking about for the past couple episodes. Smoothing. I've seen people do handles quite interestingly. You know, full tang, no tang, all of it's pretty interesting. Uh, I don't know if you know what full tang is. Full tang is that piece of metal there that would be the handle. if you put nothing on it. If you just kept all of that there and put like a material over it, that'll be full tang. No tang is where it's just mostly a different kind of material surrounding kind of like a cutout shape. That way it just like fits nice and snug. You have like a reduced weight depending on the material. And the material I've seen people use for handles is actually kind of wild. I've seen people use different kinds of woods, obviously, but I've seen people use acrylic too. And probably my favorite one, I've been looking at this one. It was called Shark Attack acrylic handles. It has such a nice design once it's nice and polished up. Of course, if you end up working on something like that and you're sanding away, you don't want to forget your gas mask or any like filtration mask. That way, it like protects your lungs and stuff because you don't want that stuff, that dust form of epoxy all up in your lungs. Got a little bit of scale on me. Don't forget to watch out for that type of stuff, guys. Scale hurts the split second it lands on you, and then it cools down. It's just like oil, basically, when you're cooking. But I think it's a lot hotter. I'm not entirely certain how I'm going to do the handle on this thing. I'm planning on going full tang, you know, because this little piece of wood here, I plan on it being the handle. Just got to cut it in half, get it all rounded out and stuff. Finally, it looks a little awkward. Don't get me wrong. I'll try and like reduce that curve a little. But it's finally coming along. That edge is finally coming out, showing off where the edge ends and where the handle would. I'd like it to start. All of that. It's actually coming along a lot nicely than I expected. Oh, thank God it's snowing outside. It gets really hot in here. I think I'm just gonna dip outside for a quick second. That was nice. Real nice. I'm gonna set this snowball right here. That will be a little timer in a way to show you how fast stuff gets hot. Maybe at that distance it won't melt. Heat does kind of start dissipating once it reaches about this point. Right now I'm trying to get all of this scale off. Yep. Actually, might be a nice idea just to get a little snowball outside and roll it around your little area. Might be able to collect some of that scale a lot easier. Yeah, look at that. Just a little bit, just a little bit. That's all that collected from a tiny little bit from rolling over. Oh my gosh. There. I'll be surprised if that doesn't melt so fast. All right, let's start rounding it out. Wow, hot. Very, very hot. You know what? This is just going to be a very, very curved, wonky looking curved sword because I don't think I'm going to be able to get it uncurved without really ruining its edge that we spent so long working on. Sadly. It's not perfect. It doesn't have to be. I don't even care if it looks pretty. Just so long as once it's done, I'll be very happy to try it out. Might even buy a watermelon so you can show it off, show how awful I am at sharpening things, but there's always room for it. What do you think, guys? How does it look like it's coming along? You grab it here, and it's wow. That is such a terrible curve. That's it's fine. Shouldn't be that curved, but hammering it along like that kind of makes it, when it bends like that, also kind of makes it go like that super slowly. You won't exactly notice it while you're doing it, but it does it. Sadly. Moving along pretty nicely at least. So grab it here. It's super wonky, but who cares? at least you'll have a weapon for the apocalypse. Huh? You never know when you need to start preparing. If you have a crucible and you're doing this, definitely save all that scale. Like stick it in one of them gold digger buckets, you know, with the wire, the mesh at them, and then like stick another one on top, and then run something magnetic like this over it. Be able to get some of this stuff. Showed you guys this in the last video. You'd definitely be able to get some iron out of it. Stuff burns right off because how small it is. Oh boy. Lots of scale and stuff. Gonna go ahead and turn off the forge. This is gonna be our last heat of the video, guys. Time flies by. Well, that's the end of that, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, share with friends, of course. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a nice day.